in biology, if something isn't needed in the organism, it drops off. Same with testing. Like, the reason why the Chinese farmers did not have a lot of savvy or know-how or worldliness is because they didn't need to, because their leaders were always having to pass examinations in order to be civil servant jobs. And tests can be made very specific along the lines of what you're good at, and even Socrates said that injustice means you're not doing what you're actually good at, whether you're of the tier of the needs, the farmers, or the soldiery, or the philosopher kings. Now, bring in the word king, and remember Socrates came 300 years before Jesus, and Jesus called it the kingdom of heaven, meaning as opposed to any system where a military person would become your leader, or a judge, or a priest, or anyone who could bribe their way in. It would have to be a kingdom, and that's what Socrates did bang out. But he also went further to say that those kings should have no perks except free room and board. That was what they banged out. Not only that, but they were well balanced in the right kind of gymnastics, music, art, and so on, and not the kind of art we're talking about now, no way. But they were balanced in the sense that they were philosophers. They were not just smart, they were also caring about the bigger picture, caring about people in general, and caring about the future. Those were the philosopher kings. So what I'm seeing is a lot of people that they have no proof to actually say what they're saying. And the thing about examinations that are good is that, like Dame Edna said, oh, I make the difficult look easy. Yes, that's what it is. Like some people, some of us, like I aced certain tests. And let me put it this way, no one would ever see that coming, because I look like a lazy son of a bitch and my feet are always up. But the only way that I could prove my pudding was in a test, or over time, to see how much money was coming in without going out for extra expenses. For example, as an example, so only tests can actually show competence of some people, because some people just don't look like they're working hard. And then you have other people that look like, they're always the ones who got a big pile of work on their desk, and they're shooting around and looking real busy, but then they end up fizzling out and taking stress leave. So this is why tests are the best way to go about who should be actually calling the shots. And these tests cannot just be mere IQ tests, they have to be all kinds of tests. Socrates has banged out what kinds, and this, like I said, the ancient Chinese, that's how they would do it. And the reason why they were taken advantage of, I'm not talking about the Hong Kong Cantonese, you can't really screw around with them too much, but then again, yes, because if you don't need to exercise certain muscle in the world, then you just don't. You just don't, because you trust that the people that are guiding your civilization have passed some fucking tests. That's why. So they're not the nefarious IQ of 126 that take advantage of the lower and the higher. So anyways, these are just some food for thought, because I'm seeing a lot of people with this purple shit, and like that Queen Romana, like who are they? Who died and made them queen and king? And what tests did they pass? I'd like to see what the criterion was.